And we're good.
Nice.
Okay. So I guess this would be the first official episode, wouldn't it?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not counting the Zelda tangent as a thing. I'm going to
Um,
count that as a tangent because we didn't, let's be real, we didn't really accomplish anything with that talk.
no, we didn't. We just kept going back and forth and off to another subject.
Yeah. But hey, now we can finally fucking talk about a bunch of different things, not just Zelda. I'm going to try. We might go into Zelda a little bit. Depends. But all right, just to let everybody know beforehand, I'm kind of sick. So if I sound a little funky, that's why. Ugh.
Mm.
Yeah, I've had some bad stomach issues the last few days. It's not been fun. How do I sound, by the way?
Well, you sound choppy for me, but I'm pretty sure it's nothing else like that.
What do you mean by choppy?
Like, it keeps coming clear, then it's not clear, then it's clear kind of thing.
Oh Jesus.
That's all good, though.
All right, so let's start things off simple and shit on Blizzard for a little bit. I
Ah,
feel like
yes.
this is long overdue.
Ah, yes, let us shit on the fact that the company promised us one thing and then said, hey, remember that thing we promised? Yeah, no, have fun, bye.
I
We're
just
taking your
wanna
money.
I just want to point out I called this shit back when the game launched. I called this shit as soon as they said, by the way, the PvE is not going to be there at launch. I immediately went, nah, that shit's not happening. That shit is not. I have been following this company enough to know when they're just talking out their fucking ass. And sure enough, I was right. I was
Mm-hmm.
fucking right. Suck my dick. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what makes me kind of sad is how right I actually was, because when it came out that it turns out they'd canceled it before Overwatch 2 even launched, but they just kept lying about it and leading people along. That is
The
Jesus.
worst part is, I spent actual money to support that.
Yeah, I told you not to, man. I told you not
I
to.
spent money on the Founders Pack. I spent money on some of the season
Why?
passes. I spent money on some
Uh
skins, and then all of a sudden this happens, and I'm like,
I'm
it,
I'm so
honestly,
happy that like
hmm
I'm one of the few people that when all the Blizzard shit started really going downhill and I was like, okay, I'm done with this fucking company. I'm not buying anything else from them. I feel like I'm like one of the only people that actually did it. Everybody said they were gonna boycott, but like I'm one of the only fucking people that actually did it. And I didn't,
I'm
and it
officially
wasn't just
boycotting.
and I didn't just do it because oh you weren't buying the games anyway, bitch. I played Overwatch for a long ass time. I played Overwatch. I was going to fucking pre-order Diablo right before all that shit happened, and I stopped myself. And I even thought about getting into WoW. Thank God I didn't do that because that was right before all of the bullshit with WoW happened,
hmm
and I was done, and I have I haven't there has not been anything that's come out by Blizzard in a while. Note this is recorded the day before Diablo 4 comes out, so maybe we'll see how well this ages. But it doesn't matter. Diablo 4 could be the best game ever made. I'm not gonna fucking buy it. I'm done with this fucking company.
Yeah, I don't blame you honestly, because like the first red flag was Diablo Immortal.
Oh God.
That was
Uh,
my first red flag.
the well, there's apparently like some a leaked interview of a Blizzard employee talking about how literally one of the reasons PvE was scrapped was because Diablo Immortal made as much money as it does.
Which is fucking retarded. Because like a dude literally spent $3 million on purpose to see what the fuck, and he unintentionally fucked over the rest of the fan base.
Yep, it's nuts, man. It is nuts. I just this whole oh I feel nothing but validation. I went over this a little bit in the when we talked about it very briefly in the Zelda video, but I feel nothing but validation.
Mm. Honestly, I feel like that one guy that was in a relationship with this girl who was the shadiest fucking bitch, cheated on him and everything, but he still gave him a chance. Everything fine.
This
Everything is
isn't
good.
cheating. This is them
No, no, no.
literally beating the shit out of you every day
Oh yeah.
and
Right.
thinking
Let
it's
me
going to
rephrase
get better.
that. Let me rephrase that. The most abusive bitch in the world.
Oh, that's
And all of a sudden she like you're trying to make everything work. She's trying to literally keep you on edge of like trying to break up the whole thing. So that happens, and the only thing you can say is, I can do anything. Please, just stay. Please, don't go. And then she says, no, let's break up just because I want to. And
yeah,
then the next day, she immediately changes her status to taken on
yeah.
social media when she says
Ugh,
she's not seeing anyone.
ugh, God.
It's that level of
I remember I originally played Overwatch on PlayStation, and then I moved over to PC once I started moving into PC gaming.
Mhm.
And I started when I was playing Overwatch again. I was always a Mercy main. I was always a Mercy main, and I was a damn fucking good one. But the way
Oh,
they
everyone.
hurt Mercy, even just in the little bit of time that I went back to play Overwatch, because when I went back to play Overwatch, it was like 2018, I want to say. Yeah, it was 2018, and because that was when I got my fucking gaming laptop originally, and I started playing Overwatch on it. And God, it is crazy how much that game was just going down the shitter, even around that time.
So the original balance patch team that existed in Overwatch 1 was absolute dog shit. Because they were saying, oh, we're the ones that know how to do the game. We're the ones who made it. We are right.
I
But I will say this.
it
I will say this. The second dev team for Overwatch team 2, the balance team over there, they're actually fucking smart somewhat. Somewhat
I was about to
smart.
say I've heard that the changes they've made to Overwatch 2 since it's come out have been mostly good, but
Yeah, because
from what I've
what
seen, it falls into like the Bungie like Destiny way of patching shit, where they'll patch shit, they'll make something extremely broken, and then they'll nerf it to where it's unusable, and then they'll buff it, and they'll nerf it, and they'll buff it, and they'll nerf it, and it's just like, uh, okay. That's one of the reasons why I kind of stopped playing Destiny. That was my first initial reason why I stopped playing Destiny. Actually, was because I got tired of every week needing to look at the patch notes to be like, all right, what's broken this fucking week?
yeah.
Speaking of Destiny, we'll get to that later.
Oh
I
god.
have some fucking thoughts about what Destiny's doing, but God, just it was either I think it was today or yesterday, but Bobby Kotick, you know, the CEO of Activision
Mhm.
Blizzard, he put out a statement talking about how all you remember all the crazy accusations from like a year or two ago, right? That just burned
Oh
the fucking
yeah.
company to the ground, basically. Like the
Yeah.
girl killed herself, the breast milk shit, the employee, like the lawsuit, all that shit. He basically just came out and said, all that's fake. It's all these unionizers wanting to ruin the company. And it's like, dude, how what world? I wish I knew what it was like to live in that kind of reality where you can just shut your brain off and just spew bullshit for hours a day.
It's called being on the news.
Huh?
Yeah. It's called being a newscaster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see
You're
that.
basically paid to spew out bullshit.
That's true. That's true. Not just that. I guess we can anything else you want to talk about Blizzard before we move on to the next thing?
Don't support Blizzard. Boycott it. I don't care if you play World of Warcraft. Get off that copium. Fucking stop.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, legitimately, anyone who supports Blizzard right now is under either copium or complete insanity. Because you are literally supporting a company that has been time and time again proven to be the most corrupt, vile bullshit ever.
And yeah. The only thing else I can say to that is everyone's like, yeah, but Dragonflight's good, guys. Oh, the new WoW expansion's good. It's like, yeah, give it a week. Give it like
Yeah,
give it a month when the patch comes out and they break it completely, or when the next expansion comes out and I'm waiting. As Asmongold said this, he made a joke about Overwatch PvE being canceled, and he's like, imagine if they just came out with a WoW expansion. They're like, guys, game development is hard, so you're not gonna go anywhere in the new expansion. You're gonna be able to level up, but there's gonna be nothing new.
Oh
And it's
my
like,
god.
I we live in a world where that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be
Yep, the
surprised if
worst
it
part of
happens.
it.
Like the shit show that was Shadowlands, and I'm not gonna lie, when when they came out with that bullshit article basically blaming all of Shadowlands writing on one guy, part of me was like, I don't believe you. I feel like you're tossing a dude under the bus who's already been tossed under the bus like 3 times. I mean, he's a piece of shit, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they're using him as a scapegoat. I'm trying to remember his fucking name. Um, was it Alex Afrasabi?
I think it was.
But yeah, he was like, I think it was that guy. But they basically pinned all the writing of BFA and Shadowlands on him. But it's like he was out from the company for a long while, and I know things are put into progress or making way before they actually release, but like they couldn't you know change things a little bit before it came out if they knew it was going to be as bad as it was, because they're acting like they knew it was going to be bad, but they just didn't really do much to mitigate it. And it's like you can't use that excuse and then also like eh, it's it's just a bunch of different things. But anyway, let's move on from the Blizzard thing now
Yeah,
and go
honestly.
on to another topic that I'm very,
Yeah.
very validated with. This has to do a little bit
Real
with
quick,
Zelda. Oh,
real
what?
quick, before you continue that thought, did you hear about the good news about what happened in Texas?
Yes, you did tell me. You showed me that. Let's not talk about that because I don't want to get political on this at
Don't
all.
worry. I just wanted to at least say that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want like just pure upfront. We're not don't no politics. No
We're
politics.
not we're not gonna do a Joe Rogan podcast
Oh
here.
God, no. I say that, and Joe Rogan's podcast is unironically entertaining, but like it that came out. Wow, that came out a lot shittier than I meant it to. I did not. I did not mean for that to come out as shitty as it meant. I enjoy his podcast. He is. I don't know why that came out as shitty as it did. Anyway, moving on. The Zelda. Did you hear about the shit that happened with Kotaku?
No. What happened?
So when Tears of the Kingdom, I wanted to bring this up during the Zelda thing, but I forgot. When Breath of the Wild, when Tears of the Kingdom was coming out, one of the Kotaku writers talked about how they'd love to tell people what's going on with it, but sadly they are blacklisted by Nintendo.
Mm.
You want to know why they're blacklisted by Nintendo?
I wonder why.
Because the day after Metroid Dread came out, they posted an article talking about how good Metroid Dread is running on emulation.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
and they spent the whole article just basically telling people how to pirate the game. Oh, it was so good. It was so
Ah.
good. Uh and it's so good because when the person made that tweet about talking about the blacklist, everybody went, "Yeah, no shit, no shit, you're blacklisted, you dumb fucks."
Yeah,
And
because you fucking
oh
basically
man,
ouched yourselves.
okay, real quick. I know I said we weren't gonna get political, but just a real quick little tangent.
Mm-hmm.
Kotaku is a very left-leaning website. And you want to know how they responded to all that people telling them, "Hey, you fucking blacklisted for a reason," and how they handled the blacklisting? One
How?
of the main writers of Kotaku posted a picture of an American fire pilot from World War II
Mm-hmm.
with Nazi and Japanese flags on the side crossed out as like the number of Japanese and Nazis he's killed.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he
Dude,
posted
what
that to
the
Twitter.
actual fuck?
And he put, like I said, a very left-leaning website, by the way. You know, the all-encompassing, very, but oh, oh, it, oh, it's so great because everyone immediately called him out for it, and then he took the tweet down and made an apology talking about it's like I noticed that the joke was taken out of context.
Context? No, that's not out of context. You just deliberately became racist. The
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah, yep. It's like it's taken out of context, and not a lot of people understood that what the joke was that I was just talking about how we're standing up to these corporations. Because
By by playing a racist card. Ah, yes, 100%. Like
uh
totally funny when you're
uh
insulting the
yep.
company.
But yeah, Kotaku's gonna go the way of BuzzFeed and Vice pretty soon. Like BuzzFeed and Vice are already gone bankrupt. Kotaku's probably not far behind. Let's be real. Which
Yeah.
hallelujah, I say. I'm so tired of. They don't post anything. Like they don't post actual articles or anything useful. All they post is clickbaity rage shit to get people to click on
Mhm.
their crap so that they can fucking make
Maybe
investors
actually
think they're
like
making a
turn your
profit.
brand around. I
Yeah,
don't fucking know.
it's crazy. It is fucking nuts. But yeah, that's what's going on with fucking Kotaku. Um, another thing. Now that we're done with that, we'll move on to Street Fighter Six. At I'm. Have you seen anything on it?
I have not,
I
but I well actually no, I've seen the character redesigns. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it looks really good. At like I said, at the time of this recording, it comes out tomorrow. And have you seen the character creator in Street Fighter Six?
Oh no.
Oh man, just look up some of the great creations that have been made by people. In fact, you know what? I apologize if you can hear some typing. Street Fighter 6 or shit, I spelled that wrong like a dumbass. Character
Good job.
creation. It is the character creation tool in Street Fighter 6 is amazing but also horrible at the same time. It is wow, would you look at that this is a link from Kotaku. What great timing. Just look at the chat right there. Just look at that. Look at that. You can't even his mic's not even picking up. He's fucking laughing that well.
What the actual fuck?
Oh yeah, people have made some Cronenberg ass monsters out of this thing. It's so good. It's crazy. The character creator is nuts. And the best part, you want to hear some bullshit. The way Street Fighter 6, it has like a it's called World Tour mode where you make your character and go through a story in like a weird little open world kind of thing.
Sorry about that. I got a new fucking chair.
You got
New
new
chair podcast. Let's go.
awesome. I'm going to edit all of that out. I'm going to edit all of that out. So I'm just going to explain it again. You can create your character and go through world tour mode, and all the characters in the game basically act as well. Not all the characters, the main fighters act as teachers, and they'll teach you their moves and everything. And the person you select to be your main teacher at that moment will be what your idle stance and your basic attacks are built off of. But any special move you unlock, you can put on your character. There is no restriction.
Huh.
So you can have Dawson's teleport into an SPD or a fucking Hadoken and a flash kick or it's nuts. There's no restriction.
God dang.
And while you can't take those characters like into ranked or anything, in the battle hub there's like this little area where you can have your creative characters fight it out.
Huh.
So it is I can't oh man. The amount of fun people are going to have with this is insane. This is honestly the most excited I've ever been for a Street Fighter game. I don't play fighting games. Like I just don't. The only fighting game I played even a little bit, like consistently, is well Smash and Soul Calibur 2 on the fucking PlayStation 2. Like I don't
You
play fighting games. I tried to play Dragon Ball Fighters when it came out. I did not. I also it has modern controls,
uh-huh.
and the way that works is it works kind of like Smash, where your special moves are on a button and direction.
Huh.
So yeah, and apparently, from what I've heard, modern controls are viable. Like if you play modern controls, you're not fucked out the gate. Oh, I
Well,
hope
that's
you couldn't hear that.
no, it's all good. That's all good to know.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a fighting game that I could definitely see myself playing. I might not buy it at release because money's kind of tight right now, but I
Yeah,
can
same here.
definitely see myself buying it at some point. At
Oh yeah.
least for the fucking like the create a character nonsense. Give me 1 second. I need to turn my light out off. It is getting hot in here.
It
I need
is
to
all
turn mine
good.
on as well.
Honestly, Street Fighter 6, I see high hopes for that. I have a coworker of mine who I talk to almost on a regular basis, but he said he's really hyped for Street Fighter 6, so I might pick it up. And he said he was gonna go to Evo with it as soon as he gets the game and everything. So I'm like, I want to be that one dude that supports my dude at Evo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is like the first time I've been excited for a fighting game. Like I've tried getting into fighting games multiple times. I just can't do it. I like the idea of having to spend 4 hours in a training room before I can really even play the game is just not fun to me.
So you want to know something about like fighting games to me? I
Yeah.
refuse to partake in them because of how competitive I am. I have had a past record of being one of the most competitive people on a platform to the point where I hit top 500s at some points and then just like throw my way back down because I hate reaching the top. I hate that mentality of I got to be the best.
Oh yeah, no. The whole being competitive is fine, but like when you take that shit way too seriously, that's how you get people like low tier god who are just fucking fools. They're lol cows. Like uh but
Basically, like if you walk in there and then you lose one match, you get so pissed off. I hate having that because I used to be like that. I used to be where like if I so much as lose one match or something, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm running it back. Fuck you, you little shit. And the next thing you know, I lose again, and I'm like, God fucking no, we're running it back until I win.
oh Jesus, you're one of those people.
Yeah, I was
Uh
one of those people, and I fucking hated it. I hated having that mentality. It was absolutely toxic, and it was the worst.
oh
I
man.
never want to have that mentality again.
Oh, there's another picture here. I'll show this to you real quick. This is another example of the create a character. Look at that. Look at that beauty. I'm gonna have so many pictures I'm gonna have to fucking put on the video. The video version of this anyway.
That is fucking amazing. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's nuts. Also, if you think for a minute that I am not when I get that game, I am not making Hilltopple, you're out your damn mind. You think for a minute I'm not putting my boy in there. You out your fucking mind.
No, I know you're gonna put your boy in there.
Yeah.
And you're
Oh
gonna give
man.
him some weird, stupid thing, and the next thing you know, he becomes stupidly overpowered by one move, just like a fucking what's his name with Sonic Blade and
Sonic Boom.
the
Guile. How about
yeah
Guile?
Guile, just
Yeah.
like Guile.
Uh,
Okay, don't chastise me, okay? I haven't touched a fucking single thing of Street Fighter. The only thing I probably know is Soul Calibur
oh
and
Jesus.
Scorpions.
Let's go. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I that makes a lot of sense coming from you. Um, well, now that we're now that I got on the Street Fighter, anything you want to talk about before I go into my next thing?
Uh, Honestly, not to my knowledge, unless we want to talk about Tears of the Kingdom now.
I guess we could go on a slight Tears of the Kingdom tangent. Spoiler
Very cool. This is
warning.
the rest of the
We're gonna
episode.
yeah, spoiler warning for this next bit. I will probably put a timestamp somewhere on the damn screen because we're gonna be.
Or
I'm
just skip to
yeah.
the end of the video. You could just stop right here.
No, we're not gonna go that long. I have other things I want to
No,
talk
I'm
about.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna go that long.
I, I, dude, dude, I haven't touched Tears of the Kingdom in a few days, and I kind of hate myself for it.
You
I just
fool! What have you done?
I haven't had time, man. I haven't had
Yeah,
time.
fair.
Like
Also,
fuck.
real quick,
Also, I've been sick. Like,
yeah, fair. Real quick, I just want to let you know if you have a physical copy, do not update to 1.1.2.
oh yeah, you were talking about that last time, where it was
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I bought it digital, so I'm kind of fucked
Are you
on that
still on
end.
1.1.1?
No, it's fine.
Uh, no.
I don't really care about the duplication thing. It's fine.
It's not just that. A majority of the good glitches are gone.
Oh wow, we really?
Yeah,
Oh,
movement tech glitches, 3,000 damage weapon glitches.
oh.
It's all gone.
Well, from what I've seen, you don't really need movement tech in that game if you know what you're doing. Because Jesus Christ,
I
some of
mean,
the
the only
shit
thing
you
I
can
could see
do.
you probably getting like fucking only thing I can think of that when it comes to fucking like movement and stuff like that is like sorry duplication is the large zonais because you can just duplicate the large zonai bricks and then you get all that you need out of what like you can buy out of the shop
Oh yeah, that's true.
because all you
But to
do
be
is
fair,
just
you don't really
duplicate.
you can find so much Zonite. You don't really need to duplicate. Because like
Yeah,
just
on
spend
top of
10
that
minutes in the
boss,
depths and you'll have plenty.
yeah, on top of that the bosses also drop a lot of zonite too,
Yeah.
so
Like
pretty much just spend like a day
I
down there and then you're good.
I went down one of the chasm holes and all of a sudden I saw a life bar appear and a giant fucking bullfrog just fucking jumps and attacks me while I'm falling through the fucking air and I haven't even touched the ground yet.
Oh, were you over by Akala?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, congratulations. You ran into your first what was that one boss in the fire temple or in Ocarina of Time?
Dodogora? No.
Dodongos.
Dodongo.
That's what it was.
It wasn't
Yeah,
in a Dodongo. It was called a bullfrog, Barix frog,
a Frox.
frox. Yeah, frox. But
Yeah, that's basically what a Dodongo is. They're Frox, but corrupted
hmm,
in the depths.
huh. I haven't.
They have the same like aspect behind it.
Yeah. By this point, I've already. I know we talked about this a little bit when we weren't recording, but I've gotten the Master Sword. I've figured that shit out. Zelda's a fucking dragon. Okay.
Oh, dude, fucking beat the game right now. Go beat the fucking game.
I will after this, okay? Alright, well, I'm not gonna beat it. I still got Zora and Goron dungeons to do, and I still need to finish exploring Hyrule Castle. And I need to shoot Zelda a shit ton more times so I can fucking upgrade the champion's tunic.
Yeah, honestly, all you have to do is just skip a day and then go find her. She usually hovers around Hyrule anyway. Apparently they're on a separate timer itself, but I could
Yeah,
look
I
at a
learned
guide
that
on
the hard
that.
way.
Yeah.
When I wanted to get more pieces from Fire Guy, Fire Dragon Dorala? Dorala? How do you say his name? I don't remember. But
Yeah.
I
You
tried
mean
to I tried to use the campfire and pass through time, and I literally waited a whole day, and he was still in the same spot. So yeah,
yeah, that's one thing they did change, and at least they like fucking like realized, oh hey, people are easily exploiting this. We got to do something about it.
yeah,
Like they actively promote you to explore elsewhere, at least.
yeah. But at the same time, fuck. Why make it
Yeah,
where you need two of them when you can only get one piece from them when you? I I digress. I digress. But
you
I went
die as you
to
progress.
I digress. When I got when there's this chasm hole, you know the place in Breath of the Wild where you went to the mountain to the wellspring of knowledge or whatever the fuck it was called?
The Spring of Wisdom.
Yeah, Spring of Wisdom, and there was the corrupted dragon at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went up there and I went to the chasm close to that, and I got distracted by something, and then after I finished that, I went and jumped down the hole, only to be met with the fucking dragon coming up, and I just fucking I oh, I know I say this a lot, but I shit my pants. It
Yeah,
was scary.
honestly.
It was
Yeah,
fucking
when the
scary.
dragons go down into the depths, my first initial reaction was, "Wait, where are you going?" And then immediately
No,
followed with, "Ah,
every time I see it, I don't see it when it happens. I see it afterwards when I'm like in the depths exploring and then the fucking fire dragon is just flying down there and I fucking scare the shit out of me and then when I'm jumping down the hole and the wisdom dragon's coming up the hole, ugh, Jesus.
honestly, like I love the fact that they just do that."
Yeah, man, I wish it was easier to get parts from them. Jesus
It
Christ.
is. It's just weird because like you actively have to go out of your way to like get on top of them and all that shit, and it's just it's weird. It's
The,
weird.
the
You
the thing that gets me is I remember during our first Zelda talk, made a point of being like, this is a sequel in every sense of the word. After I've played a bit more, I don't know about that because like
no, it's outright a
I
sequel.
know it is, but like there are characters that should know Link but don't,
Well,
and
you got to think about it. Hyrule has existed for over 100 years. Link only went out of his way to get the divine beasts and everything and visit the major cities.
yeah,
That's it.
but
The
that's the
main
thing. When I go to Hateo, people don't know me.
Well, yeah, because like everything has changed.
Yeah, but the dude who was in the lab at Hateo, who was Pura's assistant, didn't know who I was.
He's old.
He's a kid. He's not that old. He's fucking Robbie
Robbie,
and no, no. I'm talking
the
about the
other
dude
guy.
who's running the school now.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, he does recognize you because he does say outright that you and Zelda are like fucking like
He did. He didn't seem
helping.
like it when I talked to him.
I'm
But
pretty sure he did for me.
yeah, there are characters that just I feel like should recognize Link but don't for some reason. Like I understand if they didn't want like they wanted to just make it as main story as possible, but at the same time it's like eh there's so many weird things that are like why? Like why is this different than it was when I left it? It's whatever. It's there's a bunch of weird little things that just feel like I, I feel like they changed it specifically in case people just jumped into this game because they only
Yeah.
mentioned the calamity like once, and you feel
No,
like
they mention
people
it a lot of the times, dude.
really. I don't. I only remember mentioning it like once.
It gets mentioned a lot, and there's a lot of memorabilia that go out to it.
Huh. Oh, but I finished. Like I said, I did Rito and Garuda Town. I'm gonna do Zora next, but Gerudo Town was that place was creepy, creepy as fuck with the Redettes, or I guess they're called Gitos now.
Mm-hmm.
And God, those things were fucking creepy as shit. I did decide to
Oh,
just build a fucking flying machine and just fly over the fucking sandstorm because, yeah, I wasn't fucking around with any of that shit.
I have some news for you that just came in about yesterday. Regarding towards the first subject here about Blizzard, since I'm browsing Twitter. Activision Blizzard's investigators confirmed 29 incidents of harassment, discrimination, or retaliation by employees last year. Workers were terminated for discriminatory language, unwanted advances, and non-consensual touching, among other things.
Hmm.
Data comes from a transparency report that shareholders voted for over board's initial objection. Microsoft issued one in 2022, also following a shareholder publish. Activision suggests an uptick in reports incidents in 2022 was due to more support for workers coming to come forward.
Huh. But according to their CEO, that shit's all false.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yep. Yep. Fuck Blizzard.
All right, so
Anyway,
back to Tears of the Kingdom though.
yeah.
You really need to beat the game, dude. Like
I know, but there's just so much. There's so much game.
there's
I
so
just,
much game and so much boss.
Jesus, I am not, man, I, I, I feel like I'm barely making a dent in it, like, every time I fucking like I've found almost all the memories. I'm only missing two. Um, I need I need the Zora and the Goron, and I still need to explore the rest of Hyrule Castle. I only explored the top bit in order to get the Champion's Tunic and the Dusk Bow.
All right,
And,
so I will tell you this right now. One of those memories is locked behind completing the four dungeons,
well,
the five.
yeah, I kind of figured that. Well, I know. Oh, I didn't count that. I knew that was gonna be there, but I didn't count that one. The memory
Yeah.
I'm talking about, or the memories I'm talking about, are just the ones on the map.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I found all but two of those. Um,
Okay.
fucking, I just I can't get it out of my head of Ganon just fucking vibe checking Sonya and just killing
And the
her.
fucking smile, dude. That was the fucking rawest shit ever, dude. I fucking love Ganon.
Yeah, Ganon's fucking great. Like, even just from the little bit I've seen in the memories, he's fucking amazing. Matt Mercer killed it. He always
He
kills it, let's be
fucking
real.
yes, yes, he fucking nailed it. Like, goddamn, dude. Oh my god, my favorite DM
The
voicing my
thing
favorite villain.
the thing that gets me though is that Ganondorf is like pleasing his allegiance, pledging, not pleasing. God, my fucking mouth is
He's
pledging his
pleasing. He's a
allegiance.
legend.
God damn it. He's fuck. Damn it. He's pledging his
Pleading his
allegiance,
allegiance.
yes, to Hyrule. And they say his name multiple times, and Zelda's like, Ganondorf. I don't trust that. And it's like, oh gee, I wonder why. Calamity Ganon? Ganondorf? You can't put two and two together? I swear to God, some of these characters have gotten dumber in between games. Because, like, Link, you pulled the Master Sword out of a dragon's head after seeing multiple memories of Zelda talking about going, oh, I know what I must do, draconification. It's like you can't put two and two together there, Link. You can't
Oh
put
no,
two.
it's not him not putting two and two together. At this point, it's us, the players, that can't put two and two
I
together.
put two and two together the minute they brought up draconification. Like the minute I saw that memory, and I was like, "Son of a bitch!" Is this really what she's gonna do? Is this really? And then the memory of the Master Sword, where she was like, "Okay, I know what I must do. I'll lose myself completely," and I'm like, "Okay, game, you don't gotta spell it. You don't gotta make it any more obvious." And then Great Deku Tree's like, "Huh, the sword seems to be moving." I'm like, "Okay, game." You don't gotta make it any more obvious.
No, but we gotta.
But Link is like, oh, gee, I wonder what that dragon was. He's like, I wonder where Zelda could be. Damn it. Oh, man. Like, and, and the part where. I mean, I'm glad that the king was at least, like, somewhat smart to be like, yeah, I know he's evil as shit. I'm not falling for his fucking bullshit, but, I gotta keep him close, even though that gets his wife killed. But, who am I to judge? Um, man, Uh, I need to play this game more. I need to find more. That's what I'm gonna do as soon as we're done here. Is go back to playing it. But anything else about the game you wanted to talk about before we moved on?
I can't because all my stuff is spoilers.
Yep, yep. I swear we'll do a whole fucking episode over this fucking game once I finish it. I can't wait until they do the Trial of the Sword DLC again. But this time you gotta fly back up to Zelda and stab the sword in her fucking head. Uh,
Speaking of which, one moment here. Can we take a small little break here so I can go use the bathroom?
sure.
All right, cool. Intermission time, ladies and gentlemen.
I will probably just cut this out.
Yes, you will.
Okay. What was I about to talk about now?
I don't remember. You said you wanted to add something else before Tears of the Kingdom.
Huh.
Like asking if there was anything else that we wanted to do or talk about.
Yeah, before I moved on to the next thing. Trying to
Right.
remember what the next thing was now. I probably should have took notes.
Probably.
Yes.
Oh, right. I have one subject we could talk about.
Sure. Hopefully.
Genshin.
Oh god, okay. All
You
right.
want to know my stupid fucking luck recently?
Sure, go off.
So, I've been playing Genshin for a while, and then all of a sudden I decided
Yeah.
to save my temple for the Yay banner that was coming up.
Yep. Oh, did you get her?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Instead, you want to know what I got instead?
Oh, Kirara.
6 fucking copies of Kirara. I
Ah.
am 1 copy away from maxing her C6.
Yep. Yep.
I have been cursed with this. And I'm
Honestly,
so mad.
considering the fact that like there's no characters I want right now because I already have Yoimiya and Yay, and I'm not really a fan. I already have Kazuha, and I'm not a fan of. I'm not really a big fan of what's his face, who's gonna be on the next banner.
You mean Kazuha?
Yeah, well, I already have Kazuha. I mean the other guy.
Fuck. I'll hate them.
Yeah, I don't really care about him. So I'm just saving
Honestly.
up for a little while. You and everyone else used to shit on me all the fucking time for playing Genshin.
Okay, hear me out real quick.
And you
Okay,
know what? You know
before.
what? You said that while playing Overwatch.
Yes, yes, you are right. I was completely uncultured.
Yeah. You see what happened. You okay? You wanna know why I like Genshin so much? Because when they say they're gonna add something, they fucking add it. You
Yeah,
know, they don't
honestly.
lie to their fan base for multiple years or
Holy shit.
months and like delay shit. The only time a patch was ever delayed was because China with the COVID lockdown things and they physically could not work on the game anymore because China told them not to. They couldn't fucking leave their houses, their homes. And you want to know
Holy
what they did
shit.
because of that?
What?
They gave everybody 400 Primo Gems every week that the patch wasn't live, the patch wasn't updated.
Damn. That's like that's almost like
And
fucking
it was delayed for like 2 months.
what the fuck, dude?
They gave it wasn't just Primo Gems. They gave him like Serenapot currency. They gave him a shit ton of money. Like that. Like, listen. Say what you want about it being a fucking anime gambling simulator because it kind of is. I'm not gonna lie, but damn it, they're they know what it is. The players know what it is, and at least they're fucking honest about what it is. Like I want to play Honkai Star Rail. Like I downloaded it. It's sitting on my desktop waiting to be played, but I'm going to wait till I finish Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh god.
And
Apparently I heard a lot of bad things about Star Rail. It's like it's
really,
not
I've heard
Genshin.
well, I mean,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, the
it's a
only thing you get is
turn-based
like infinite sprint. That's it.
it's a turn-based RPG. So,
Huh?
it's not going to be Genshin. It's a fucking turn-based fucking RPG, you know? It's not going to be Genshin. But
Yeah.
you want to talk about since we're on the subject of Genshin, during the PlayStation event, they showed off, well, I say showed off in quotations because it was all just a cinematic for like the next Tower of Fantasy update. Did you play Tower of Fantasy?
No, I did not
I
actually.
did. Um it's kind of bad.
I figure as much because
It
I had a
I
feeling it would
mean,
be a Genshin clone.
it's a Genshin clone. It's unapologetically a Genshin clone. It does some things differently, like the fact that all the characters you unlock are just skins and the only real differences is weapons. You're really rolling for weapons and skins. You're not rolling for gameplay advantages, which is kind of cool, you know, not locking gameplay behind. Well, then again, you kind of are because they kind of are because the only way to get some of the weapons was by rolling. But it's, you know, six on one hand, half dozen on the other. It was
Yeah.
okay. I enjoyed it, you know, from what I played, but they time gated a bunch of shit. The story is the dumbest anime bullshit I've ever seen. And you know, it probably would have been decent if it wasn't for the fact that the game was just buggy as fuck when it came out. And
Yeah.
like cutscenes wouldn't load right. and like shit that was supposed to be a serious moment is really hard to take serious when the textures that they're standing on haven't loaded. Like there's
Ah,
this one
yes.
part,
Serious moment. Also, by the way, I am Jesus.
yeah, like there's this moment where it's supposed to be a pretty serious moment because a character like stops you from getting attacked or whatever, and you look back at him, and it's supposed to be like a quick close-up shot going from you to him, and he's holding a gun and everything, and it cuts back quickly to him, and the gun he's holding isn't really loaded correctly. He's standing on a pure gray texture, and like I
What happened to the rendering team there? Like, goddamn.
the game was it blew up when it first came out. Everybody played it when it first came out. I mean, I know fucking Zen was playing it when it came out, and he seemed to enjoy it a little bit. Um, I mean, I enjoyed it for a little bit, but I just lost interest after a while, and
Makes sense.
I the story made no fucking sense. There's a part very early on where you get basically there's a bomb threat and you don't make it in time, and the building you're in gets blown up, and one of the side characters literally pulls out a fucking time machine watch thing, and he tells you you're it's like you're gonna go back now, you know where the bomb is, you can make it in time, and he sends you back in time by like 2 minutes, like 5 minutes or some shit, so you have enough time to stop all the bombs, and then they never bring it up again. And there's a part where this kid dies, and you have to look at the dad and be like, sorry dude, there's absolutely nothing I could have done to stop it.
Huh?
And it's like, I the story's a bunch of anime melodrama. It's I I gave up. I'm gonna be real, I gave up after like the
That
second
sounds
chapter or
so
whatever the fuck.
bad.
It's not good. Like, I mean, as a fuck around for a few hours game, yeah, it's good, but like besides that, it's just maybe I'll go back to it someday, but I have way too much. I have Tears of the Kingdom, I have Genshin, I have Final Fantasy, which I'm getting back into right now. Still don't know what's gonna happen with the rating there. I'd love to go back and raid again,
Honestly,
but
same here. I told the raid lead that you were interested in raiding again, so it's just a matter of getting the team set up again.
yeah. I mean, if we can get Ryu and Etsu back in, then we have basically everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they'll want to play anymore. Ryu seems more content playing Black Ops and League. Ugh.
Honestly, I don't blame the dude with what they did with Samurai.
Oh yeah,
I'm like
they tortured that poor man. They
they
tortured that poor man.
they did. They shot him in the face, saw he was still crawling, shot him in the back two fucking legs, and still saw that he was moving forward.
Yeah. Oh man.
He was walking when he was crippled.
I man, enough about Final Fantasy. We'll do a talk. We'll do a whole thing about that at some point. But okay, do you watch VTubers at all?
Not entirely. Sometimes, not all the time.
I know at some point. Okay, at some point I'm gonna have to get Pinky on here, so that way me and him can just fucking gush about VTubers for a little bit, because the
Yes.
VTuber world is fucking nuts right now. 2023 has been a fucking shit show for a VTuber fan because there's been so many graduations being another word for termination, let's be real. Um
Yeah, but why are they getting terminated?
a bunch of different reasons. Some people just quitting of their own free will, some people being terminated. The big one, okay, Niji Sanji. You know them, right? You've heard that name at least.
No.
They're a VTuber company, and they hired a person that they called Zion. She
Mm-hmm.
was only there for about 2 months before they terminated her and put out a whole giant list of all the horrible thing quotations horrible things she's done. But you look at the list, and normally if they would have just put out like the first one or two items on the list, not many people would have complained. But the fact that they went out of their way to just bury this fucking girl was just so odd. And a lot of people looked at it as like, man, she must have really been bad. And a bunch of her gen mates that started with her kind of threw her under the bus, and it was a giant shit show. But then about 2 months later, another VTuber by the name of Sayu, who is definitely not Zion, definitely not the same person. I am saying that
Mm-hmm.
for very legal reasons. Um, put out a statement that her friend Zion wanted to say about the situation. They basically, when she got hired, they made her pay for her own debut. They, um, they had a manager for the whole generation. He'd only he'd only been hired like 2 weeks beforehand, and she made it was a oh man, I don't even know where to fucking start. She was a big Genshin streamer before, and she wanted to use her personal account. And it basically they said she couldn't use it anymore, and they made her fake a story on why she couldn't use it anymore. And she ended up getting suspended, and they told her to lie to her audience about how the suspension was really a vacation, which basically confirmed that shadow suspensions do happen in the VTuber world. And they got
Fucking jank.
yeah, oh, it gets so much fucking worse. She was feeling really depressed, like she just kept fucking up, and some of it, I'm gonna be real, was her fault, but she tried to go and talk to her manager, the manager above the other guy, because she just didn't know who to talk to, and they got mad at her about that. They One of the things they literally put on there was was because she kept making Shota jokes and shit like that
Mm-hmm.
for Genshin, and it was very obviously a fucking joke, but for some reason, and it's like they put that on her head and shit like that. It's like, really? You're gonna do that shit when a bunch of your other streamers do that shit all the fucking time, and none of them get in trouble for it? And one of the another reason I'm fucking flip flopping here because the whole list was just it's a whole fucking kit and caboodle. If you want to figure shit out, go look it up yourself as well. I'm just giving you like the bare fucking minimum. But another reason they listed was claiming to be sponsored by someone that she wasn't. Um, she made a D's nuts joke. She said I'm sponsored by D's nuts, and they listed that as one of her termination reasons.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, it's
Okay, hold on. First off, I can see some complete and total fucking bias
oh, there was
bullshit happening
100%
here.
bias. It was 100%. It was 100%. They were just trying to bury this fucking girl because shit that she did, a bunch of other streamers, a bunch of their other VTubers do all the time, but none of them get punished for it. So it's obvious that they were just targeting her.
That makes no fucking sense. That's so stupid.
Yeah, it was really fucked up. And now
I hope she
Sayu,
can
who
fucking sue for that.
maybe, but she doesn't want anymore. She just wanted to get her story out there, and Sayu, who once again, for legal reasons, is not Zion, is back and she's streaming.
At least she's being the adorable Sayu from Genshin.
No, she's not. She's a fox.
I'll take it.
Yeah, well, now she's rebranded. She's like a cyber fox or some shit. Well,
I'll take it. I'll
well,
take 20.
yeah. She said there's a joke with her chat that she's a cat, but she's constantly says she's not a cat. And some people,
Insert caption here saying this man really loves foxes.
yeah, Jesus Christ. We're gonna have to do a fucking Fate Go talk at some point.
Oh
But
my god, yes, please.
oh man, but yeah, it was a whole shit show, and that's only the beginning of the fucking Niji Sanji has been taking L's left and right, mostly because of their own. They tried to copyright news channels for talking bad about them when all they were doing was talking about what was happening. They try. It came out that they basically don't give their talents the play buttons that they earn from YouTube. You know, like the silver and gold play buttons and shit.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, they don't actually give their talents the play buttons. It's crazy. It's the amount of shit coming out about this company in the last few months has been absolutely insane. If you want an actual list of what's going on, look up. There's this dude on YouTube called Depressed Nasagi. He's a guy who literally just went over all of it. He just made a. It's literally the video is literally called "The Absolute State of Niji Sanji."
So this dude went from making a company who like lets VTubers get the sponsorship and all that shit they need to like skyrocket forward and actually make it through
Oh,
to a fucking idiot who doesn't know what to do best for their company.
yeah. It's 100. All the shit going on is 100% the management's fault. Like the talents. Well, I'm not gonna let personal bias shine through, but like I said, some of the talents did throw her under the bus. I'm not gonna sit here and try to like fucking like don't.
Rather, okay, here's the thing. Rather than fucking make it public about this entire situation, actually have them fucking talk it out. Because that's the kind of shit that you should
Well,
be
that's the thing.
doing as
That's the
management.
that's the thing. That's where the story gets worse. She tried to talk it out with them. They reached a conclusion that it was probably best that they didn't work together anymore, and they terminated her. And she pleaded with them to please try and like, and she saw the thing, the big laundry list of reasons they were terminating her before they actually put it up, and she was like, please don't put out this version. Let me come out, or let me like put out something so that way, because it was very deflammatory. Like the whole laundry list was very deflammatory and shit, and she was like, this is gonna hurt her character, not just her character, like, or well, her character.
It will hurt her entire reputation.
Exactly. And they put it out anyway, and man, it was crazy. um but yeah, now now Sayu's back streaming, and yeah, now that whole situation is over. um oh, did you watch the PlayStation event?
Yeah, I heard about that shitty Wii U version of a PlayStation
Oh, the
thing.
Splatoon thing? Yeah. The thing that's definitely not Splatoon.
Yeah, like, okay, cool. Awesome. Nice to know that Sony's trying to be a scumbag piece of fuck like they always are. Oh,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I'm still a fan of Sony, but like, Jesus fucking Christ, tone your fucking shit down, man. You're trying to shut down Xbox when Xbox has done nothing. They're
I
actively and also trying to fucking fix Activision Blizzard too.
I okay, before we jump into that, um
Aha.
just to let you know, Xbox is shitting the bed pretty hard too right now. They're not free from fucking shit. When Redfall came out and it was absolute fucking shit, the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, you want to know what he said?
What did he say again? I forgot.
He said making good games won't fix this.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, he was like, there's no world we live in where okay, he said specifically Starfield, the Bethesda game that's coming out this year. He said there's no world where Starfield is a 10 out of 10 and makes people sell their PlayStation for Xboxes.
No, but
No,
you can
it's a
make
good
a
fucking
good game.
start,
Yeah, it's a good fucking start though.
especially with the amount of like, let's be real. Let's be 100% real for a second. There's no reason to own an Xbox.
No real reason at all.
Like pretty much all the Xbox games you could want to play, you can get on PC. They'll never have anything from the Switch. And Sony, I know everyone likes to joke about how the PlayStation has no games, but it's got a few now, and it's got more coming the way. Like Final Fantasy 16 comes out later this month. Fucking Spider-Man. That was another thing they showed off at the PlayStation event, which looks amazing. They got a bunch of other things. It's Xbox is just not doing good.
It's not.
It's
And they want to take over the mobile market, and I don't blame them for that, but at the same time, it's like Calm down there, buddy. Calm down. Like
Yeah, it's
you focus on what you're made of, not what you're
yeah.
going to make.
I I want
Don't
to I
pull a
want
fucking Blizzard.
I want to preface what I'm about to say with I am not a Sony fanboy, but that deal with Activision Blizzard, I feel like shouldn't happen cuz
Given the
like
reputation.
yeah, given the reputation, given the fact that they'll basically control the mobile market if they get a hold of it, which is nuts.
Yeah.
Like people are talking about Call of Duty. I'm talking about all the fucking like Candy Crush and all the mobile games. They'll have complete only, exclusivity rights with and shit. Like
I
cuz
mean, hey, that's money
Activision
in their
Blizzard
pocket.
owns King, the people
Yeah,
that make most of the fucking mobile shit and also the cloud gaming shit. That's the reason why the deal's actually been blocked by the UK is because of the uh because of the cloud gaming stuff. Like the UK sees it as way too much for one company to own.
that is not.
I don't know, man. It like the mobile market, the gaming market, and the cloud market. They'll have access to so much if they get a hold of Activision Blizzard.
I mean, okay, yes, that's one thing, but at the same time, like they have nothing else. They really have nothing
They
else.
do though. They just haven't fucking made anything. Like
That's the
they have
thing.
Halo. They
They
have
haven't made
fucking
anything.
yeah. The fact that they just the fact that Halo Infinite is in the state that it is fucking abysmal. They just need to get their fucking head out their ass and
They
start
need to
making some
focus
good
on what
fucking
they
games.
started. Exactly. Like they need to focus on what they started with.
Like it's Redfall was supposed to be the first big Xbox exclusive of this generation and it was shit. It was shit.
Uh-huh.
And they just need to get their head out their ass. Like it's fucking crazy. But anyway, moving on from that to the actual PlayStation event. One of the first things I want to talk about before I get to a certain thing that kind of pisses me off, we're going to talk about something good. Dragon's Dogma 2 was shown off. Yes. Yes. The fact that we
Uh,
finally seen something on that fucking game. Have you played that game?
no, I haven't. I haven't
It is
played
one
any
of the
Dragon Dogma.
craziest fucking RPGs. I've heard it described, the best way I can describe it, it's that it's the best 7 out of 10 ever made.
Damn.
Where it's like, when it's good, it's fucking amazing. But when it's bad, it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's so creative, and the first game was just it makes me so sad because it was so obviously pushed out the door too early and it was a half-baked piece of shit, but it was still what was there was so good that it made everybody want a sequel so badly. And it's that's I can't wait for this fucking game. With modern Capcom taking it over, I feel a lot better about this game. Capcom lately has been doing a lot better than it used to do. Like I remember like a decade ago when Capcom was like the actual worst.
Yeah, I
With
mean, if
like
anything,
I remember when Capcom used to be the poster child for horrible microtransactions, horrible DLC practices, and just shipping out half-baked nonsense.
unless it was Monster Hunter, then it's
Yeah, the
good shit.
Monster Hunter team were like the only ones that were free of that.
Yes, and
Like,
that's why I love Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, good game. I
yeah,
love it.
Monster Hunter is a good game, which is one of the reasons why it's probably the background for the video version of this podcast right now.
Yeah, actually. Any Monster Hunter fans out there, if you so much as play Rise, please enjoy the fact that you're going to be spending at least 200 to 300 hours getting to the end game content, which is a lot more than what World demands from you. But hey, you have fun.
I will get you to play World at some point, and
I
you will fucking like it.
Okay, look, I will play World as soon as I upgrade my storage space.
Okay. Alright. Because I just bought World on PC, bitch. I will play that shit with you. I swear to God. But yeah, moving on. Now that I've gotten the feel good moment out of the way, I need to talk about Destiny. There was a Destiny trailer for the final shape, the teaser
Uh,
trailer, and did you see it, Blair?
yeah. I didn't see it, but my brain is like, no, 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 no!
Guess who's back?
Back again!
Cade is back.
Back again!
He's alive for some
Why?
reason. For some
Why
reason.
is he alive? That's the thing that makes me so fucking upset. Bungie, you cannot tell me that after so many fucking years, you killed off Cade in the worst expansion, best expansion possible, and then you just decide to fucking bring him back after you're shitting on yourselves for so long with how much you do not have in fan base. You literally shit on your fan base through your patches and updates. That's the reason why no one
I
plays your game.
I
Oh my god, don't let me at least get this out of the fucking way, because
I
I am on a fucking war path right now. Let
I
me at least do this.
I have a
Okay?
very long and complicated history with Bungie and Destiny. I've played Dungy Destiny since the Taken King. I have been on this ride for a very long time, and let me tell you, man, I
I hate Bungie. They need to go back to Halo.
it's never gonna happen.
They need to go back to fucking Halo.
Well, I mean, they're
Just so they
making.
can.
I mean, they're working on they're remaking Marathon. Do you know what that is?
What is that?
Marathon was their original IP.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're making a new. They're making a new Marathon. They're never gonna work on Halo again. Stop it. They're never. They're owned by Sony now. It's never gonna happen.
Fuck you, Sony. You take everything from us.
Eh,
I love your company, but at the same time, I hate you.
yeah. It's when Cade died, I
That's
felt
what killed off the
something.
fucking series.
I felt something. And you know something? Cade's death definitely did rock the boat in a lot of ways, but at the end of the day, Forsaken is easily the best Destiny ever was.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah.
And I know because I played the shit out of it. I that was my game for the longest fucking time.
I will tell you this right now. Out of all of the Destiny games, Destiny 1, all of the DLCs up to the Taken King, the peak of Destiny. And then Destiny 2. The Destiny 2's Forsaken, the peak of Destiny. After
Yep.
that, everything went downhill. I
Yeah,
did not
like
care for the Witch Queen when I played through it. It was absolutely boring, and it was just the same tedious grind as everything else, previous and post Destiny. So before the Taken King, how it was just basically, oh look, new light level reset, have fun going after
yeah,
thing.
there was like no
Basically that.
story. It was
Yes.
I hated it. But
That's basically what the Witch Queen was. It
no,
was
the Witch
so
Queen had
dumb.
a story. What do you mean?
Well, yeah,
We
it
played
had a
it
story.
together. What do you mean?
Yeah, okay, it had a story. I'm talking about the post game.
Okay, I can understand that. The post game
The
was kind
post
of
game was absolute dog shit, and I never want to touch it.
I did not really enjoy the post game. The seasons, honestly, I actually really enjoyed the seasons
Oh
because
yeah, the
season of the
seasons were fun.
Haunted was really good.
All
Season
right,
of the pirate one, it had a fun
season of the
activity.
plunder.
The what?
Season of plunder.
Yeah, that was fun, even though the story was a bit eh. Um, I bought Lightfall. I haven't played it yet. I bought it though. I own it. I could go play it at any time. I just don't want to
I
because
have
I've
not heard
heard
any good things
I
aside from the
yeah,
stupid shenanigans of the grappling hook. That's it.
yeah. It's I've heard nothing really good. I've just I didn't even finish Season of the Seraph. Like I burned out super hard right before Lightfall, and I was like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna get back into it with Lightfall. And then I waited a few days because I don't know if you know this, but every time a new expansion launches with Destiny, the game is unplayable on the first day.
Oh yeah.
So I waited, and thank God I did because every fucking video was talking about how bad Lightfall was, about how it was filler. It was just filler. Nothing of the story mattered except the first cutscene and the last cutscene. And
Oh god.
and it it's just it's crazy. I and now they're bringing Cade back. And on one hand, it's Nathan Fillion. They brought Cade back. Awesome. On another hand, they took the one moment that I cared, that made me feel something about this series, and got rid of it. Because Cade's death was like the only time I actually kind of gave a shit about Bungie's like narrative, you know?
Yeah.
And oh, what the fuck did you just post?
Yes. No thoughts. Just meow meow.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's just I have such a fucking love-hate relationship with Destiny, man. It is I've tried so many times, and I fucking hate Rose and Mir for fucking getting me back into the game just to stop playing it themselves. I'm still upset about that. If either of you are listening to this, fuck you for getting me back
Yeah.
into the game just to fucking leave and stop playing it, you fuckers. Um, but yeah, it is just. Uh, I'm just so tired, man. I'm so tired. Like the way I feel is probably the way most like World of Warcraft players felt when Shadowlands came out. Or they're just, I'm tired, man. Uh, man, it's crazy. But anyway, besides that, they showed Spider-Man off. It looks good. It looks really fucking
Yeah.
good. Did you play the first one?
No, never touched any. Okay, so the only Spider-Man game that I remember is playing Spider-Man on the GameCube.
Oh shit! Like the
Yeah.
movie one?
Yeah.
Oh
The one with
shit!
the Green Goblin.
Oh Jesus! Yeah. Oh wait, you played the first one?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! You didn't even play. Oh that.
Didn't
Ew.
even play any of the other ones. That was the only Spider-Man game that I played. After that, I think it was maybe the Game Boy one, and that's it.
There's a Game Boy one. There probably was a
Yeah.
Game Boy one.
It was
Uh,
a 2D beat 'em up.
God. Well, the new one's out, or the not out. It's they popped the trailer. Popped. They showed the trailer for it. I'm fucking tired and sick.
They
Um.
showed off the pop.
Yeah. And the first time you see Spider-Man, he is Venom suit the fuck out. He is black suit Spider-Man, and I'm losing my shit about the fact that we'll finally have a good like Venom, Venom Spider-Man story that's not Spider-Man 3. uh
Huh.
I love that movie, but it is garbage. Oh man. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
Okay, so we covered Tears of the Kingdom. We
Yep.
covered so much stuff. We covered Destiny. Fuck Destiny, by the way. Fuck Blizzard. Amazing job, Nintendo. I have nothing else to cover really. Street Fighter 6, amazing job.
Yeah, like I've said, everything I've seen on Street Fighter 6 looks amazing. I'm probably not going to play it as soon as it comes out because of money shit, but I'll play it as soon as I can. It looks great. I'm making Hilltopple. I'm making
Uh-huh.
Hilltopple, and he's going to punch the shit out of everybody. Um by the way, real quick tangent, Hilltopple's my D&D character. Just yeah, I'm talking to, or I probably shouldn't say this here or recorded, but yeah, it's just I need to get back to Tears of the Kingdom. I need to finish it. And yeah, honestly, I can't really think of anything else.
Eh, I done goofed. That's not the link.
You just popped a random link in the fucking chat.
Yeah, let me fix that.
Jesus.
That
Anyway,
what?
um,
Why? Why is it not?
what are you
It
trying
won't
to?
let me. Okay, you know what? You know what? Fuck you. I'm doing this.
I know at some point I'm gonna have to get our friends in on this as well. I don't want to go above three people talking, or on the podcast at a time, because if you go
Uh-huh.
above three, it becomes fucking unmanageable, and you can't fucking keep any kind of cohesion at all. But I know for a
Yeah.
fact I want to get Pinky on. I want to get Arden on. I want to get arted on specifically because I fell down a fucking rabbit hole the other day of crazy art Twitter shenanigans, and she seems
Oh
like the
god.
only person who'd be able to follow me on that shit.
Oh god.
It's dude, what started as me just watching like some a cute artist on YouTube turned into me falling down a fucking rabbit hole of crazy art people on Twitter. It was
Speaking of crazy
nuts.
art people on Twitter, I've recently been finding out more information about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 by accident by browsing Twitter, and oh god, Nia, help me! I need an adult.
I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 3, so I can't comment.
I need an adult, someone to save me, please. I cannot handle this
The
much
only thing
tension.
the only thing I know about Nia is the fact that in the end the best cat girl did end up winning.
Yes, she did, and that's the best thing about her.
Yep. But yeah, this has been. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna call this. Like I said, Mother I Crave a podcast or MiCAP. MiCAP. I like
I
that
like
word.
Mother I Crave a
Well,
podcast.
that's what MiCAP is. It's MICAP. Mother I Crave a podcast. MiCAP.
McCap Milady.
Oh, fuck off. All right. But yeah, that's been this. I'm gonna go play more Tears of the Kingdom.
Wait a
Um.
minute, but we still need to do the raids on Final Fantasy.
Oh fuck. Right. Okay.
We'll go do that, and then and then you do your Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay. All right.
Bye, everyone. Have a
Bye.
wonderful night, day, morning, sunshine, rainbows.
Yeah. God, I am. Ugh. Bye bye.